Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast. So, game of the week, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, right? This was the game to win, or I'm sorry, not win, but take control of the NFC East and be in lead to win the division, right? Look, all the talk was about the Dallas Cowboys. Can they take advantage of this weakened Eagles team? And what I mean weakened is the Eagles haven't been looking good, right? They got dog walked by the 49ers, who's considered the best team right now in the NFC, if not the NFL, okay? But nonetheless, the Cowboys had to take care of business tonight, and they did that, right? And look, man, I got a lot of homies that are Cowboy fans, so of course they won this game. They are hyped. The We Dem Boys talk is back, and they earned it, okay? You know what I'm saying? And I got to say, man, Dak, he played a clean game. Not his most efficient game, all right? He was 24-39. There was moments of the game where the offense looked a little shaky and everything, and it was kind of like, it was weird, right? Because it was like, yo, are the Cowboys, are they looking a little shaky because, they're up? Is the expectation, when the Cowboys are expected to win and they're winning, you know what I'm saying? It's like it starts to get a little shaky for that team. But at any moment throughout that game, I didn't think the Cowboys were going to lose just because the Eagles were lifeless on offense all night, right? The Eagles have been reeling, and the Cowboys at this point in the season is the better team than the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Sure, the Eagles can get their act together, but I mean, I'd rather have a team start playing the best football as a month away from the playoffs, like the Dallas Cowboys, and it seemed like that's what's happening, right? Dak being MVP, I was like, well, Dak Prescott for MVP, I don't know. His numbers are nice, but again, the talk was he hasn't beaten a really good team, and he did, okay? Regardless of whatever's going on on the Philadelphia side, they did it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if these stats are updated right now. But I don't know if these are current, I don't know if he has either 28 touchdowns right now or if this is from last week's stats, but either way, playing good football. Dak should be leading the MVP candidate, should be leading as a top MVP candidate, okay? 3,000 pass yards, 26 touchdowns. I mean, he's been balling, right? And Dak gets a lot of heat. I piled on Dak, of course, because Cowboy fans make it easy for other people who aren't Cowboy fans to pile on Dak. But if you take away the biases, if you take away from being a Cowboys hater or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You look at Dak's numbers, he should be leading MVP candidate, right? At least for the NFC side, it should be either Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott, right? So I got to give kudos to Dak, you know what I'm saying? Dak gets a lot of heat for being, of course, being the Cowboys quarterback. A lot of attention is going to be placed on him, and he's been living up to expectations, right? He's going to get another big contract. For the Dallas Cowboys, it sucks for Dak Prescott because every little thing he does, it's under a massive microscope, okay? But he's handled the pressure, okay? And so far, he's handled the regular season pressure. So, it's a cool regular season win for the Dallas Cowboys. And not only a cool win, but also they seize control of the NFC East, okay? And potentially they have a potential number 2 seed, if number 1 seed or number 2 seed, depending on how the 49ers finish out, depending on how the Eagles finish out, okay? The Cowboys still got a lot of work to do, so I know Cowboy fans, they should be excited for their team because they have everything in place. They have a stellar defense, they have a stellar offense, okay, and they have a really good quarterback. They have all the ingredients to make a championship run, right? It's been a long time since the Cowboys in the NFC East. NFC Championship game, right? Could this be the year? And yeah, I don't, aside from just, Cowboy hate and all that stuff, you got to look at this team for what it is. It's a really good football team, right? But can they live up to the pressure, right? A lot of the pressure that they're facing is like self-inflicted, right? Because they're considered America's team. So now that they took care of the Eagles, serious expectations going forward, right, on the Dallas Cowboys. Can they live up to it? Can they handle it? That is going to be the biggest question going forward for this team because, look, if they didn't have a star on their helmet, you'd be looking at this team like, yo, this team got Super Bowl aspirations. They can do it. But because they're under the Dallas Cowboys spotlight, the Jerry Jones spotlight, will they crumble, right? That'll remain to be seen. I'm not over here wishing for the Cowboys to crumble, you know what I'm saying? But what it is the Cowboy fans, they make it easy for people to root against them. If they're back, we them boys, screw the Eagles, that NFC East rivalry and stuff like that. And, you know what, they have their day to eat, right? But I'm looking at this from a long-term perspective. What can they do going forward? This team has a lot of potential. This team can make a Super Bowl run, and they're very talented with the best of them. This team, like, if you look at this team compared to other teams across the league, the AFC, they are not far. They're not that far behind. There's no reason why this team cannot make it to an NFC Championship game, right? So yeah. So as for the Eagles, good luck, man. They've been getting away winning games. Okay, they found ways to win games ugly. Cool. Is that recipe going to work going forward in the playoffs? Right. I don't know. The Eagles got a whole set of issues that they got to figure out. Okay, and it seemed like it's starting to catch up to them. However, though, the Eagles got an easier schedule than the Cowboys going forward, right? So can the Cowboys carry this momentum against tougher teams? I believe they got Buffalo Bills next. Can they take care of the Buffalo Bills and maintain this momentum, right? So cool for the Cowboys. Celebrate, rejoice, enjoy. And Cowboys definitely are one of the better teams, if not the top 3 teams in the entire NFL. Okay, so good to them, man. Can Dak Prescott continue to maintain this and live up to the pressure, right? I want to say pressure because you're playing for the star. That's the only reason why there's pressure on this Dallas Cowboys team, right? So let me know what y'all think about this win from Dallas Cowboys. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.